All right. Hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials Basics. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. We're going to utilize some free weights today, our long bands if you have them, and if you have a step stool that you can step up on, we'll be doing some step ups as well during this session. Let's go ahead and come on up to standing to start. All right, we're gonna do our spinal cord breathing to get some blood flow going here. So just go ahead and walk your feet in so they're just underneath the hips. Check in with your toes. You want all the toes to be pointing straight ahead. Next, we're gonna keep that nice soft bend in the knees. Draw your abdomen in, kind of take the hips, rotate them back just a hair. And we're gonna hold this position throughout. As you breathe in, go ahead and circle your arms around. Palms come together, forearms come together. And then as you exhale, tuck your body into a little ball. Bow the head down, chin to the chest, pausing at the end of the exhale. As you're ready, you're going to keep that soft bend in the knees, but lift the chest, divide the arms, squeeze your booty as you open the chest to the ceiling. Very good. And then exhale, draw it back down and in, chin to the chest, belly in towards the spine. Smooth exhale. Let's go 3 more times. Breathe in, lift and open, circle those arms out and around, shoulders down out of the ears. Good. And then exhale, back down and in, breathing out. We're practicing breathing just a little bit more exaggerated than we do on a regular basis. Twice more. Holding that soft bend in the knees, holding the belly in as we gently arch. Think about looking up towards the top of your wall where your ceiling starts in the front of the room, and then exhale down and in. One more time on the inhale. Nice deep breath. Open the chest, squeeze the glutes. Very good. And then final exhale this series. Down and in. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Blow the air out without getting dizzy. On your next inhale, just lower the hands to the thighs and stand up nice and tall. Excellent. Go ahead and readjust the feet, walking them just a little bit wider. Maintain that soft bend in the knee and nice neutral spine. And we're just going to start with our tree branch arms here. Nice and smooth. Starting to get some circular, or not circular so much as rotation. Keeping the arms away from the body at first. And then as you start to move a little bit more, start to bend at the elbows and just invite the hands to lightly tap the front of the torso and the back of the torso. Good. Just continue to warm up the spine, warm up the body. Look to see if you can time your breathing so that when the arms tap the body, you breathe out. Inhale as you rotate, breathe out with that tap. As if your hands are sending the air out of your lungs. Good. We're going to change it up a little bit. Front hand's going to come up on the upper part of the rib cage, just in front of the shoulder. Back hand still stays in the low back area. Turning the head and neck as you feel comfortable. Good. Nice and relaxed with the arms. Let's get a couple more on each side, and then we're going to bring the hands back down to the front of the torso and kind of work our way back out how we started. Good. Go ahead and bring that front hand back to the front of the torso, near the hip. Good. Let's get about twice more each side, and then we'll go back to those tree branch arms. Just imagine you're a nice willow tree, long branches. Good. Arms away from the body. And we're just going to nice and slow come down to a stop. Wonderful. Fantastic. Going to walk the feet back in, kind of readjust the feet. And then we're going to open up our hips next. Take your left foot, step it back behind you, just far enough that you can lower that heel down. Continue to draw the belly down and in. And now we're going to cross the arms over the shoulders. Lift the chest, lift up out of those hips. And now we're going to gently shift the hip forward, rock the hips back, rock the hips forward, eyes looking straight ahead. Trying to squeeze the glute on that trail leg. About 5 times or so. Rock it back, rock it forward. Good. Let's go once more. And then hold it in that forward position. Still squeezing that back glute. And now take your upper body and we're going to rotate once again. Rotating towards your front leg. Squeezing the glute, eyes up, chest up. Hold for one more breath. And then unwind. And we're going to switch sides. Good job. Walk your left foot in. Same thing other way. Now the right foot steps back. Rock it down so that heel is planted. And chest tall, arms up and over the shoulders. Good. Hip rocks first. So rock the hips back, rock the hips forward. Rock it back, rock it forward. Just a subtle motion here. Trying to squeeze the glute of that back leg. If it helps, you can even put your hand on that back hip. Sometimes it helps to squeeze against the hand. Very good. On this next one, keep the hips in that forward position. Keep your eyes up and now turn towards your left side. Turning the head, turning the torso. Breathing here. And when you're ready, go ahead and unwind. Lower those arms down. Very good. Walk that back foot in. We're going to move into our Jefferson Toe Touch next. All the toes straight ahead. Still holding that similar position, belly in, soft bend in the knees. Take those hands onto the thighs. Draw your chin down to the chest, and then just little by little, you're going to slide the hands down the legs, coming down as far as you are confident. Get a nice stretch for the back of the body. And now see if you can take a couple nice deep breaths, trying to expand the back of the body. On the exhale, see if your body wants to reach a little bit closer to the ground. One more breath. On that next inhale, start to slowly come back up, bringing your hands up the thighs, up the legs, and back up to standing. Fantastic. Good job. Walk your feet outside the hips. A little bit wider there. Good job. Let's take your right hand on the right hip, left hand up at the shoulder. Very nice. From here, turn the palm up towards the ceiling as you reach either in front of the face or up to overhead. Just get a nice side stretch there. Good. Bring the hand down to the shoulder twice more. Down and up and across. Palm towards the ceiling on this one. Bringing it back down on this last reach. Rotate the palm. So now the palm is down towards the floor. And if you feel stable enough to do so, see if you can peer up at that hand. Looking up at the ceiling. One more breath and come on out. Fantastic. In between sides, let's go ahead and circle those hips a bit. Just nice, gradual hip circles. Very good. Send them back and around 3 to 5 times one way. And then when you're ready, let's reverse directions 3 to 5 times the other. Very good. All right, side stretch opposite side. So keep that left hand on the left hip, right hand to the right shoulder, either in front of the forehead or up to overhead, starting with the palm up towards the sky. Good. Reaching across, bringing it back down, hand towards the shoulder. Second time of 3, reaching up, lengthen through that side body. Excellent. Bringing it back down, rotate the palm so it's going to be down towards the ceiling this time. Keeping that soft bend in the knees, strong in your midline, and only if you're ready, peering up, looking up at that hand. Breathe and come on out. Fantastic. All right, little side step arm swing. Good job. Rotating the palms back, shoulders down, out of the ears. All right, fantastic. Let's go ahead and grab a drink of water, and then we're going to make our way into our first series. We are going to have option if you want to use some light weights for an overhead reach or an overhead press, have some lighter weights available. All right, for our first exercise, we're going to warm up some hinging with our good morning. So with or without weight, if you do want to hold a weight, you can just hold it up against your chest. Otherwise, we're going to bring all 10 toes so they're pointing straight ahead, feet just underneath the hips. Draw that abdomen in, hands over the shoulders, and then when you're ready, you're going to send your hips back, bowing forward, looking down towards the floor, just far enough that you say hello to your hamstrings. And then push through your feet, squeeze the glutes, and stand straight up. Good. Tall chest. Send those hips back. You want to practice having a nice long spine here. Very good. And then standing tall. Excellent. About 3 more or so. Chin draws in, looking straight down. Draw that abdomen in. Very nice. Just watch so we don't lock out those knees. Draw those shoulders back as well. A couple more. Very good. And standing tall. Last time. Tall chest. Soften those knees, hips push back behind you. Excellent work. And standing straight up. Very good. Relax the arms down. Walk those feet out. And now here is the next exercise. You can either just practice reaching up to overhead like you're picking apples, or if you'd like to push a little bit of weight overhead, pick up your lighter dumbbells. With that soft bend the knees, we're going to be alternating arms. So when you're ready, you're going to reach one arm up or out in front. And then as that one comes down, the other arm goes up. Very good. So you can either bring it down all the way and then press up, or you can move one with the other. Nice. Really key here that you're not arching your back as you reach up. Squeeze the glutes. Hold a nice strong midline. Very good. Nice. Think about bringing that weight right over the center of your head instead of pressing it wide to the side. 15 seconds left. Very good. That's better, Diane. Straight up. Elbow points forward as you lower down. Good, Shirley. Nice reaching, Laura. Maybe one more on each side. Bringing it down, reaching it up, and go ahead and rest. Fantastic. We're going to work some cross crawl patterns next. If you want to stay standing, you can, but I'm going to invite you to sit down if you'd like. We're going to do the elbow towards the opposite knee, and then a little bit of stretching from the chair. So either standing or sitting up nice and tall. We're going to draw those arms out to the side. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring one elbow towards that opposite knee. Draw those shoulders back. Very good. Think about exhaling as you draw them towards one another. Inhale as you stand tall. Breathe in. Breathe out. Very good. Standing or seated, we're going to work similar things here. Just kind of squeezing those shoulders back as I open. Nice. Taking your time, trying to draw that knee nice and high. Lift the foot and toes as well. Good. 10 more seconds. Working that midline. Always working the brain. Anytime you bring one side of the body across the other side of the body, it sends one message from one side of the brain to the other. All right, last one and rest. Excellent. If you were standing for that, go ahead and join us in the chair. We're going to do some seated cat-cows here. So sitting up nice and tall, I'm going to bring my hands to the bottom of the thighs, and this will be the bottom position. With the hands here, you're going to roll your shoulders forward, draw your belly in as you drop your chin back down to the chest. And then as you breathe in, slide the hands up your thighs like you're going to put your hands in your pockets. Draw the shoulders back, nice broad chest. Very good. Exhale, roll it forward, draw the belly in. And inhale, lift the chest, work that posture. Good job. Twice more. Exhale, send it all forward as you draw the belly back. And then inhale, roll the shoulders back and down, broad chest, lightly lift the chin. Good. Final time. Send the air out. And breathe the air in, lift the head, and rest. Fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and make your way back to your feet. We're going to go back to those good mornings. If you want to hold a little bit of weight, you can hold it right between your hands. Second of 2 rounds on this first series here. So all 10 toes pointing straight ahead. If your water is convenient, feel free to grab a drink. Don't let me get in a hurry here. Always good to use class as a time to keep that hydration going. All right, so back to that good morning position. The toes are just underneath the feet. The feet are underneath the hips, excuse me. The toes are pointing straight ahead. If you are holding a light weight, I'm going to bring it right up against my chest. With that soft bend the knees, when you're ready, draw that belly in, long spine as you float the hips back, looking down towards the floor. And think about driving your feet into the ground, squeeze the glutes, standing straight up. Fantastic. And then Shirley, if you could just turn your side to the, yeah, exactly. I can see you better if I see you at the side. Very good. Looks great, Laura. Nice, Diane. Just make sure you don't lock those knees out. Long spine, bowing down. Push through your feet. Squeeze the glutes as you stack the shoulders over your hips to stand tall. Good. About 2 more. Over and down. Looking down as you bend forward. Looking straight ahead as you stand tall. Final time. Belly pulls in. Chest bows forward. and straight up. We call this a good morning. We also can call it like a waiter's bow. When you finish that rep, go ahead and set the weight down if you were using it. Kind of twist your body side to side. Give a little relief to that low back. And we're going to go back to that overhead reach or overhead press next. All right, we'll start here in about 10 seconds. If you want to use weights for this, go ahead and pick up your weights. Set those feet just underneath the hips, elbows up and forward. And when you're ready, we're going to alternate arms. One arm reaches up, elbow points forward, and then that opposite side, trying to push that weight straight up to the center of your head. Very good. Really key that we don't arch back here. So I don't want to be sending those hips forward. I want to squeeze tight, have a nice strong foundation. And then we're just focused to keep those shoulders moving up and down. Very nice. Good. One goes up, the other comes down. Nice strong overhead reach. Excellent. Let's get about one more on each side. Elevate, push, control down, and last time, second side. And rest. Fantastic. All right. Last one, we sat down for the cross crawl. If you want to stay on your feet for this one, we'll do a little bit different variation with the march and punch. So up to you. You can sit down or stand up when you're ready. And lift one knee, punch the arm across the body. It also can be done seated. Exhale as you punch. Inhale as you come back. Good. Awesome. Smile as you draw those arms back. Keep that head up, eyes up. And this one here, especially when we're standing, that hip can kick out, right? If I don't lift up, watch, this hip can kick out as I lift that knee. So I want to pull that midline nice and strong so those hips can stay level. Awesome. Riley likes it. I see that tail wagging. Good. Nice high punch. Let's get about 2 more on each arm. Excellent. Good, Diane. You got it, Shirley. Punch across and back. Last time. And rest. Good job. If you were with me standing, come on back to the chair for some stretching. All right, we're going to loosen up those hips a little bit next. Getting ready for some squatting in that next circuit. So come to the edge of the chair. We're going to do some windshield wipers. Set the feet about a little bit wider than you normally would. So nice wide base stance. And now I'm just simply going to drop both knees together, taking the knees to one side, back to neutral, and then same thing to the other. So I kind of come up on the balls of my feet a little bit, invite the knees to drop a little bit more, crossed and up. And it's subtle here, just moving through the hips. Good. Crossed and neutral, over and up. Good. Let's go once more each way. Imagine the legs like windshield wipers and rest there. Good. Make sure you're nice and solid on your seat. And then when you're ready, you're going to take your left leg, lift it up, interlace those hands in front of the knee. And now use this as an upper body exercise. Draw the shoulders back, nice broad chest. And now we'll wake up that ankle. Roll it around. Keep those shoulders out of the ears. So long neck here. Very good. Go ahead and switch directions of that ankle roll. Up and around. Same thing other way. Very good. Then we're going to look to hook that foot over the knee. Readjust the hands. Kind of slide them to the outside of the knee and thigh. And now readjust the shoulders back and down and hug that knee in like you're trying to bring it towards your opposite shoulder. Good job. Breathe here. One more time. And when you're ready, go ahead and release that foot. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So sitting up nice and tall, pull your right leg up this time, grabbing onto the shin, draw those shoulders back, and let's get between 5 and 8 circles each way. Point the toe, lift the toe, circle that foot around. Excellent. Switch directions when you're ready, up and around the other way. Very good. If you can, hook that foot on the opposite knee, readjust the hands, readjust those shoulders, and now hug that leg in. Looking to say hello to the outer part of the hip here. Pull the shin in as well. Use it as some work on your posture. Good job. Let's go one more nice deep breath. And release. All right, we're gonna do our seated toe touch. It kind of mimics a child's position. So come back to the edge of the chair, both feet flat on the ground. Draw the belly in as you slide the hands down the shins, reaching towards the floor as far as you're comfortable. Just looking to get a gentle stretch into your mid and or low back. So lower the head down and then send your air into that area of tension. So I'm trying to breathe into the lower back side of the lungs. On the exhale, see if your body wants to lower a bit more towards the floor. One more breath. On that next inhale, go ahead and start to walk the hands up the legs, coming on back to seated. Very good. And we just a little bit of some like extension and flexion. So I'll lift the chest, push my belly button forward, and then I'll roll my shoulders forward like a little mini cat cow, but just kind of focus on that low back. Rock the hips forward, rock the hips back. Get a little relief there. All right, excellent. When you're ready, come on back to your feet, grab a drink of water. We're gonna warm up for some squatting. And this is where you're gonna wanna have your step stool around as well, because we're gonna be doing some step ups. All right, before we get into the squats, we're gonna do our quad stretch. As able, you're gonna look to grab the foot of the same side leg. So I'm using my left hand, I'm gonna balance with my right, see if I can get my left foot up, try to grab that foot. Hello, Moose. You're fine, he's good. And you're gonna pull that heel towards the glute. He's got his peanut butter bone still. Yeah, it's in the freezer. Very good. Holding for about 10 more seconds. If you can't quite get that foot, just do the best you can. And 3, 2, 1, and release that foot. Very good. In between sides, we're going to open up those inner thighs. So walk the feet nice and wide, soft bend in those knees. If you can hold on to something that kind of helps. We're going to do a little side lunge here. Keep your heels down, push your knee out, extending that opposite leg. So from the front, it looks like this. Foot planted, shin vertical, come back up to center, then same thing other way. Reach the arm out. You're not holding on, keeping that chest tall. Beautiful. Yep. Back to center. Let's go one more way, one more time each way. Knee pushes wide, foot stays planted. Good. Back to center. Second time, second side. Grip those toes down. Open up that inner thigh. Beautiful. Walk those feet back in. And then we're going to go quad stretch. It would be your right leg. So kind of balancing through the left. Lift everything up and in. And see if you can grab a hold of that right foot with your right hand. Nice. If you want a little extra challenge here, you can practice your balance. Otherwise, we'll hold about another 15 seconds. There you go, Moose. Let's try to get this on your bed so we're not hearing all your clicks of your bone. There you go, buddy. And 3, 2, 1, and release that foot. All right. From here, we're going to make our way into our squat. So if you are confident with your squats, you don't want to hold on to anything, feel free to just reach those arms out. Otherwise, use your chair, come into use a countertop, support that upper body. Walk your feet out so they're roughly hip width apart. And just ever so slightly, you're going to have just a gentle toe out. Get rid of my mat here. And then when you're ready, you're going to keep your eyes looking straight ahead. Send your hips back, but keep your chest tall and push those knees nice and wide. Feet firmly planted. And then you're going to think about that downward force. Just try to push your feet straight into the ground to bring yourself upright. Very good. Good focus here. Good control. Sending your hips back and down, whole foot stays planted, arms reach out or arms hold on. Fantastic, good. We're gonna take about a minute here, practicing these squats. On round 2, if you'd like to hold some weights, you can, but for right now, let's practice that range of motion, shoulders back and down. Sometimes we'll shrug those shoulders up and into the ears as we start to lower down. Very good, I'm just gonna come check you out a little bit more, a little bit closer. Let's see it, Diane. Good, Laura. Nice, Shirley. Beautiful. Very good. Great range of motion. Come all the way up the top and then maybe one more rep if you feel up for it. Controlling down, knees out, chest up, and then reach those arms out. Help keep that chest nice and tall and rest. Fantastic. We're going to our seated row with the band next. So if you have one of those long bands, go ahead and pick that up and join me in the chair. All right, come to the edge of the chair, take your band, put it around one or both feet, and then we're back to sitting nice and tall. Depending upon the style of band you have, you can roll it around the hands to shorten it up a little bit. The shorter it is, the harder it's going to be. With your arms extended out in front of you, turn your palms down towards the floor. And then when you're ready, we're going to draw those elbows back, draw the shoulders back, rotate the palms up. Breathe in as you reach out, and then exhale as you draw it back and in. We're going to spend a full minute here. Breathe in, reaching forward. Exhale, draw it back. Creating that practice to pause with the hands in the back position. That's the posture we're looking to reinforce. Setting the shoulders back on the rib cage. Good. And then watch the upper neck area. Sometimes we'll lose the head forward as we draw the shoulders back. So think about holding the chin nice and neutral throughout. Good. 20 seconds left. Exhale, squeeze between the shoulder blades. Inhale, reach forward. Excellent. 10 seconds, 2 to 3 more reps. Very nice. Trying to draw those elbows behind you as far as you can. And 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Very good. Set the band down. We're coming back up, and now we're going to be working our step ups. And we're going to be doing all on one foot first. So I'm going to recommend starting on your non-dominant leg. I'm just kind of making the assumption it's left foot for some, but if you know your body better than me, which I hope you do, then maybe it's your right foot. Go ahead and come on into position. And I do recommend if you have something that you can kind of balance on, making sure you're nice and stable. So when you're ready, we're going to set your whole foot up on as much of your foot on your step as you can, eyes up, chest up, and here we go. Drive into that foot. You want to stand all the way up and then bring your other leg to meet it. Step off with that leg, and we're going to stay on one side. So same foot, steps back up, push that heel down, extend the hip, bring that foot in to meet it. Good job. So we want to watch not just the level of the hips, but also what's happening at the knee. The knee tends to drop in. So kind of pay attention that the knee is staying in alignment with the foot, both as you step up and as you step down. We're about halfway through, finding that rhythm. And you want to think about pushing straight down into your step. That's going to generate that force. Nice. Squeeze that glute as you stand tall. Push into the foot, standing up. Maybe 1 or 2 more. And then we're going to take a little break in between feet. Up, down. Nice job. Good work, Shirley. And last one. And take your pause. Good. You want to take a drink, you can. Otherwise, just going to kind of give a little break of the hips. And once your arms are free, we'll do kind of our little like floating side stretch here, reaching the one arm across in front of the hips, reach that opposite arm up to overhead. Good. And just gently shift the weight on the feet. One side, and back. Good. Yep. If you feel good to peer up with that hand, stretch through the neck as well. Couple more each side. Wonderful. All right, go ahead and balance out each side, and let's get ready. We're going to go back to the step, this time with your opposite leg. So if you're on the left, now we're going to go to the right. All right, when you're ready, place that whole foot up there, chest up, shoulders back and down. And here we go. Drive that foot, extending and coming on up. That's like I did last time. Switching sides. Open the hip, controlling down. And if we give some love to that big toe, push that big toe down as you push that heel down. That's going to help activate the arch in your foot. And that's basically your base of support. So when that arch activates, it supports our ankle, it supports the knee, which supports the hip. You all right then, Moose? Push that big toe down, open, standing tall, and back and down. Good job. This is our first of 2 rounds here today. About 15 seconds left. Also notice your self-talk here. We tend to get challenging and mean to ourselves when we are challenged by certain exercises or certain parts of our body. Good, last rep, friends. Standing tall, coming down, and take a break. Great job. Clear space and meet me in the chair. We're gonna do a little bit more mobility for our back. Go outside. Good boy. See you later, Moose. All right, as you come to the chair, we're gonna do our mid-back rotation. So we're gonna bring one hand behind the head. You're gonna bring your elbow towards that opposite thigh. So draw the abdomen in, coming on down, reaching across the body. Now use your right hand on the inside of the right knee just to encourage a little bit more rotation. Breathing in as you bring that elbow to the opposite thigh. We're gonna go 3 to 5 on each side. Exhale as you gently rotate. Good, and take your time in that open position. Peer over that elbow, hold that rotation. That's where the magic happens, opening up that body. Do one more time and then we'll switch sides. Very good. As you finish that, same thing other side. Open up through the shoulder. Kind of think about pulling that elbow back as you bring the hand behind the head. And then here we go. Elbow comes across the body. Now you can use your left hand gently on the inside of the left knee, pushing against, just some gentle overpressure. When our neck gets stiff or our low back gets stiff, yes, it's great to stretch that area, but we also don't want to neglect the mid back because sometimes that guy won't necessarily feel too stiff, but that's where we can lose that mobility, lose that range of motion, and then the other areas above and below tend to compensate, and sometimes those will be the areas that talk to us. So we do a lot of mid back work here. Keep that rib cage moving. All right, as you finish about 5 of those, great job. Make your way back up. We're going to be back to our squats. So if you remember on the first round of the squats, we held on to the chair, did a little bit of assisted work. Maybe you didn't do any assist. If you want to hold some weights this time, you can bring a weight right up and underneath the chin. You could also squat to your chair if you don't feel like you can go unassisted. We'll start here in about 10 seconds. And we're gonna have a full minute to practice. So just a slight toe out, eyes looking straight ahead. And when you're ready, if you are holding weights, instead of reaching your arms out, try to send your elbows up and forward as you sit back. Drive the feet standing tall. Good. Sinking down, take about 3 seconds to lower on down and then see if you can stand in like 1 to 2 seconds. You want to try to come up out of the squat a little bit faster than you come down. Help build that strength in your tendons as well as your muscles. Knees push wide, toes grip down, drive those feet. Very good. That's 30 seconds. If you feel like you can keep on going here, we'll spend another 30 seconds practicing this. Elbows up and forward or reaching those arms straight out. Very nice. Looks great, crew. Woo, 10 seconds. Maybe one more good quality rep. Sinking down, knees push out, and all the way up. Woo. Excellent job. Once you finish that, back to the chair with the long band. Final seated row. All right. Lengthen it out. Find that tension that feels best for you. Sit right up on those sit bones, long arms, palms down. And then when you're ready, draw those shoulders back and in, rotate the palms up. So activating the biceps a bit, reaching out, drawing them back. Just like we paused in those rotated positions, now we want to pause with the bands close to our body. So the area of the movement that has the most tension, building that strength. Breathe in as you reach. Exhale on that row, staying tall. Good, halfway. Spending a full minute here, reaching forward and drawing it back. Nice, couple more, or more than a couple. I'm known for that. A couple means 2, but usually it's 5 or so to go. 15 seconds. Good. See if you can breathe in through the nose and gently out through the mouth. Try to keep those nasal passages clear. Good. Final rep. Reach it out. Draw it back and in. Squeeze and hold. 2, 1, and release. Woo, great job. All right, make your way on up. Final round of step ups. So try to focus on what is your non-dominant leg. Which leg gives you more trouble? That's the leg you're going to step up with first. We're going to have 45 seconds to practice. All right, so when you're ready, pick that foot up, place as much of your foot as you can on that step stool, eyes up, and here we go. Drive straight down. Try not to lose the angle of your chest. Push that big toe down into the step, focusing to keep the knee level and those hips level. Nice work. Back and down, up and forward. Draw the abdomen in as you push that foot into the step. Very nice. Extending through the hip, that just means you want to stand all the way up before your second foot comes up to meet it. Nice, good, Diane. Standing tall, extend, and then lower. Looks great, Shirley. That's it, Laura. Yep, eyes up, chest up. Last one, friends. Final step, and then come on off. Good job. Stepping away from your step stool. I'm going to do some figure 8s in between sides. So I'm going to put my hands onto my hips, and I'm just going to kind of locate where my belly button is. And I'm going to imagine I'm trying to trace a figure 8 with that belly button. Good. Kind of leading with that left hip first, possibly if you're mirroring me. It's okay if you did the opposite. Just kind of use it to loosen up the body and hips. All right, and then when you're ready, see if you can think about tracing it backwards, tracing it the other way. Nice. Just gently gliding through the hips, giving a little bit of relief to that low back area. Fantastic. All right, when you're ready, we're going to make our way back to the step stool, opposite leg. So let's take about 15 seconds here. Grab a quick drink if it's nearby. All right, starting in 7 seconds. You can go ahead and place that foot up on your stool. Eyes up, chest up, and here we go. Drive down. Focusing not to let the hips kick out. Controlling back. You can use that upper body support if you need it. If not, similar to our squats, you can reach the arms out as you push that foot into the stool. Open through the hip. Good. And sometimes you can have a good position of the knee as you step up, but sometimes that sneaky knee will drop in as you step down. So still activate that foot. Good focus. Wonderful. Just about a little over 10 seconds left. Standing tall, controlling down. Awesome job. Let's go one final step. Place that foot up. Standing tall and taking it down. Awesome work. All right, great job. Go ahead and come on back to the chair. And we're going to finish with some seated stretches, and then we're going to come back up to our feet and do some standing stretches to finish. But we're not going to do that last circuit. We're going to save it for another day. All right, great job, everybody. So as you come back to your chair, we're going to do our seated rotations with the shoulder rolls. So you're going to take your left hand, reach across your body to your right thigh. You want to really use that thigh to kind of grab onto it. If you want to cross that right leg over the left, you can. Just continue to sit up nice and tall. Then right hand to the right shoulder. Pull into that right thigh, look over your right shoulder, and now backward circles. Think about that little mini, it's almost Halloween. You got a little mini pumpkin hanging down from the sky. And we're just going to trace the outline of that pumpkin. As you breathe in, exaggerate that long spine position. And then as you breathe out, see if your body wants to rotate a little bit more. Twice more. Breathe in, sit tall. Exhale, gently rotate. One more time. Very good. In between sides, let's come into our seated cat-cow once again. So back to the edge of the chair, feet a little bit wider. Gonna bring the hands to the bottom of the thighs, kind of covered over the top of the kneecaps. Good. Draw the belly in, roll those shoulders forward, chin down to the chest. And then inhale, slide the hands up the thighs, not down to the feet, Diane. Staying tall on this one. Yep. So we're just staying all on the upper thighs. So I'm reaching down towards the knees and then sliding the hands up towards the pockets. There you go. Slide down and up into the pockets. We'll do that toe touch at the end. There you go. Chin towards the chest. A couple more times. Exhale as you draw it forward. Inhale as you lift. Nice job, crew. Final one. Exhale, draw it forward. And inhale, sitting tall. All right, let's go ahead and balance out that rotational piece. Opposite side of the body. Now you'll take your right hand, grab onto that left thigh, option to cross that leg over. Sitting tall. Left hand to the left shoulder. Rotate the head and neck, and now imagine that little mini pumpkin. Backward circles with that elbow. So we're just thinking about moving that shoulder blade. Breathing in, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, gently rotate. Very good. Let's go 3 more breaths. Make sure you turn the head, turn the eyes, see how far in the corner of the room you can look. And come on out of that. All right, now we'll mimic that toe touch. So draw the belly in, hands back to the thighs, and now we'll pull the chin to the chest and slide the hands down the shins, just as far as you feel comfortable with this. Getting that nice stretch into the back. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, let's go one more breath. On that next inhale, start to bring your chest up, slide those hands back up the legs. Very good. Let's come on back to standing. We're gonna do a couple stretches from standing, and then we'll come back and finish in the chair, stretching out that upper body a little bit more. All right. So as you make your way back up to standing, you can either come to the wall or you can use a chair, countertop. I'm gonna do this one here where I'm gonna support my hands on the chair, walk my feet back, draw the belly in. My feet are about hip width apart. And now I'm gonna lower my head between my arms. Think about lowering my chest towards the floor without arching the back. You can feel this mostly in like the upper body, but you might also feel it in the hamstrings a little bit if you're pretty tight back there. Diane, see if you can lengthen out those arms. So straighten those arms, walk the feet back a little bit more perhaps. Good, reaching nice and long. 1 or 2 more breaths. Good, when you're ready, walk those feet in, coming back up. And now we're gonna make our way to a wall. We're gonna open up the chest here. So peck stretch against the wall. You're gonna bring that arm up to about 90 degrees. Try to anchor your forearm against the wall or against a doorway. Start by stepping that same side leg. So if your right arm is against the doorway, step your right foot forward, draw those ribs down and in as you lean into that stretch. Feel that stretch in the front of the chest, and now rotate away from your wall or away from your doorway. Good, you can reach that arm out, and now we'll do a couple nice little circular patterns with that arm, up and back. Let's go 3 circles up and back. Very good. And then reverse directions, about 3 circles forward. That shoulder is a ball and socket joint, so we want to keep it moving in the socket. Very good. When you're ready, come off that wall and switch sides. Same thing, other side. Again, bringing that arm up to about 90 degrees. Place it against the wall. Draw the belly in, draw those ribs down. Inside leg steps forward. Lean the chest forward so you get that opening on the front of the chest. Rotate away. And then only once you've established that stretch on that side, now you can start to move that outer arm. That's kind of our secondary focus. Good. Couple little pops and clicks there, keeping that shoulder moving. And then change directions when you're ready, 2 to 3 times the opposite way. Very good. Alrighty, go ahead and come on off the wall. Before we sit down for our final couple of stretches, let's go ahead and circle those hips once again. Just loosen those hips back up. We did quite a bit of work today, all those step ups. Good, and change directions. Wonderful. Good job. Circle the wrist around and just gently rock the hips side to side. There you go. And then change directions through the wrist. Continue to just gently rock through the hips. Wonderful. Alrighty. Shake those arms out. Make sure you're not going to slap them into anything. Guide them back. Guide them up. Good. Couple more times. Back and up. No arching as you reach up. Last time. Push the air back. Raise those arms up. Very good. All right. Grab your water. Meet me in the chair. Final couple of stretches. Head and neck. All right. So draw the chin in, looking down. Gentle stretch for the back of the neck. If you want to use the fingers on top of the head, very lightly. And then option to cross the hands just underneath the collarbones, draw the skin down as you gently look up. Very good, looking straight ahead. Next, we're gonna go lateral flexion. So there I am, I'm gonna come and meet you in your living room, lifting that ear up towards the ceiling, trying to lengthen the side of the neck instead of thinking about dropping the ear down. So nice and long. So if you're lowering your ear towards your left shoulder, see if you can tilt your chin like you're trying to look over your right shoulder. Turn your eyes as well, like you're trying to look in the far right corner of your room. Feel the stretch a little bit in the front of the neck on your right side, and then come on out of that. Back to neutral. Same thing other side. So draw the chin in. Now I'm on your left side, lifting the left ear up towards the ceiling. Good. Think about kind of pulling the shoulder down on that left side. And now you can lift the chin, turn the head, trying to look over your left shoulder. Turn the eyes as well, looking as far as you can in that direction. And when you're ready, come on out of that. All right. And final 3 breaths together, everybody. We're going to breathe in, elevate those shoulders up towards the ears. And then exhale, lower them back and down. Good. Twice more. Feel free to close the eyes, breathe in, elevate up, exhale, depress them down, pull them down, pull them down. Last time, breathe in, elevate up, and exhale, drop them back and down. This is where we want those shoulders to live, back and down, nice long neck position. All right, friends, thank you very much. Great to see your faces. Until next time.